Hey there, welcome. I'm Amrita from Artria Jewelry. In this video, we are going to make a pair of clover leaf earrings with bicone crystal drops. So I'm just going to walk through what we need for that. Tools you will need: a ruler, a flush cutter, a bent nose or chain nose pliers, needle nose or chain nose pliers, so you need 2 pairs of pliers, and then a round nose or a 6-step bail making plier. I like the 6-step looping pliers because then my loops are more consistent. So this is what I'm going to be using today. Materials we will need: 18 gauge copper wire. I'm just going to work right off of the spool. But if I have to estimate, you'd need about 2 inches per earring. And then we need 2 bicone crystals or pearl drops, anything of your choice. These are 8 mm bicone crystals. You need 2 2-inch head pins. I've chosen to use ball head pins, but you could again use any head pins of your choice. And then a pair of ear wires. To get started, we need to make sure we flush cut the end of the wire. And then we are going to use the second step on our looping pliers. If you don't have a pair of looping pliers, take your round nose pliers, and here's one that I have. Take your round nose pliers and take a permanent marker and mark out the size that you'd like. Your loops can be consistent. Because with this clover pattern, we want to get the 4 loops as close to each other as possible in size. So again, I'm using the second step on my pliers, and I'm holding the wire right up against the end and making a P loop. So this is the regular P loop, and you've seen me make this in all of the other videos we've done so far. Then we are going to leave a gap about the thickness of that 18 gauge wire between the loop and my pliers. So I'm holding it, as you can see, with a little gap, not right up against it, but just a little away. And we're going to make the second loop. So I'm going to turn the pliers and make that second loop where this wire is perpendicular to that loop. And you can then adjust the loops as you go so that they're close to size. Now that I've gone above this wire, my next loop will go below this wire. So again, leave about that wire width and make another loop, making sure that my wire goes below this time. So you can see this one's on top and then these two are lined up below. And then for the last one, I'm going to hold my pliers in there and make this loop all the way around. And then before I snip it off, I'm going to take my pliers and just flatten this so that again I can get it close to the size before I snip off anything, because you can always make the loop smaller. If you cut it off too small, your piece is not going to be able to be repaired. So I'm going to snip that off and then take my looping pliers again and close that loop out a bit. Okay. And at this stage, I'm going to take my flat pliers, and here I'm using my needle nose pliers, but you can use your chain nose pliers as well. And I'm just going to flatten all sides. So I'm literally going 2 by 2 and pressing those loops together. And there we have that 4-leaf clover. So I actually like the side with the 2 wires that are parallel to each other being in the front as opposed to that, because it looks more finished and even. So when I attach the ear wires, I'm going to make sure that that's the side in the front. So that's one. And now we're going to make the second one, and I'll speed up this one. So there I have my 2 4-leaf clovers done, and now I'm going to attach the little bicone crystals at the bottom and then the ear wires. So to attach the bicone crystals, I'm going to slip the crystal onto my headpin. So whichever headpin you choose, you just need to make sure that the crystal sits on there, it doesn't slide through, because some headpins might be smaller than the hole in your bead. And then I'm going to pull, I want these wraps here. So I want to have about 3 wraps here. So what I'm going to do is bend this wire over my first step on my plier, flip the wire because I want the first step to be the size of the loop. I don't want the loop to be really big. I'm going to turn this wire and make a loop on the top. So I still have that length that I can wrap around 3 times. Then I'm going to open this and slide it onto the clover. And then close that loop and hold it with my chain nose or needle nose pliers, and then wrap 3 times. And I'm going to get the wraps close to each other. If at this stage you find that your wire is a little too short, feel free to grab your second pair of pliers and wrap with that. So this is how I would do that. I would just take that and then wrap around with the pliers. And then once I have those 3 loops done, I would go to the back and snip off the wire again with the flush side towards your finished piece, and then make sure to tuck that wire in. Okay, just go around and make sure that your loops are even. So there we have it. That's done. I'm going to do the second one the same way. Again, around the first step, fold the wire over, flip my pliers, make the loop around that same first step, open the loop up, slip the 4-leaf clover on, close the loop, and make 3 wraps. And then I'm going to snip off the wire at the back and tuck it in. And now all that's left to do is attach these ear wires. So twist open the loop of the ear wire and slip the earring on. These are beautiful, delicate, lightweight earrings. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will also link another video that I think you'll like for earrings that you can make similarly with loops. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.